What? Uh-oh.
Mine says still waiting
Stream
on
died.
mine.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's
Uh-oh.
what happened.
Uh-oh.
YouTube, stop it.
Are you telling me? Wait, did it just... Wait. Okay, no, it did. Okay, phew. I was confused for a moment. Okay, well, hang on. Hang on, we might have to put... Okay, Dorn, you might have to... Hang on, I might have to check in on the book 4 stuff real quick.
Oh,
Something
yeah,
just
for sure.
went
No.
wrong. Hang on a moment.
All right. I'll be here.
So tell them about Cape Crusader, because that's what I was about to say. Hi, stream is technically started, but I have to check on something real quick.
All right, yeah. I can see the stuff now.
Okay. Actually, hang on. Let me... I'm gonna have to...
Okay, no, it did. Okay, phew. I was confused for a moment.
Oh, wait, I can hear you on my end.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, because I have it open on my end. That's
oh,
probably
okay,
why.
yeah. Hang on a moment. Let me double check. What happened? What happened to... Okay, oh. Are they back? Are they still dead? Uh-oh. Actually, hang on a sec, Dorn. I might just actually restart it, because I actually might need to pop VC.
Oh,
Hang on a sec, Dorn. I might just actually restart it, because I actually might need to pop VC. So that,
oh, that was like the last bit.
that was the
that
last 1 minute.
Yeah,
So,
when you had to bounce off, so it's still. I don't think
does
it's
this still
back.
count this as the...
Actually,
It should still count this as the same stream. Give it a bit.
Oh, for crying out loud! 1 second.
Yeah, it still says that we're live, so... Oh, yeah, there we go. Now we're here. Yeah, alright, yeah. We're all good and going.
Sorry. I was just telling my roommate too. No worries, music a little bit. I mean, he's a music lover. We've already established the rules of the music, but I sometimes have to gently remind him when I can hear it all the way in my closed room
Ah.
with a soundproof door. So because when I can hear it, it's like, okay, that's a little too loud. So yeah, because I want to be totally focused on our conversation.
Ah.
No distractions for me. I take this stuff seriously.
Okay. Alrighty then. So back to where we were going. Okay, this has been a very weird... This is... You know what? We're just gonna go on. I'm not even gonna bother with introductions today. We're just gonna go on as if nothing happened. As if this is how it's always been.
So like the sequel.
The sequel, yes, we're going on.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I was gonna start with the Cape Crusader, the Batman cartoon. That's what... Just get straight into talking about stuff.
All right, yeah. We live? Sorry.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
not gonna bother with Okay, yes, awesome. Yeah, the Cape Crusader. So just I mean, I don't want to talk too much about it for people that haven't watched it, but I want to definitely say it's got my badge of recommendation if that's worth anything. Like
Yeah.
easily. Like considering considering the PTSD from the Suicide Squad game.
Yeah.
Oh, it was such a breath of fresh air to get something solid Batman-wise here. And if everything goes well, we might get something solid Batman-wise in Arkham Shadows. So I am very excited for sure for this next game. But yeah, Batman Cape Crusader, I gotta admit, because it's Bruce Timm, I probably said it on the previous stream, I had misgivings. But they definitely did not thank the maker that they didn't come to
the greatest fears did not come true.
They did not come true because we, for people who know of what Brewston is capable of on his own, yeah, that's exactly why. That's exactly why I was worried as well for a time. But I did have a little bit of faith, considering he had a bunch of people around him: J.J. Abrams, Matt Reeves, and then I forget the Ed Brubaker, and then there was somebody else, big DC veteran. But because he was surrounded by all these people, I was thinking to myself, maybe we might be okay
for this time, yeah. And yeah, I was gonna say, because the reason I brought that back up is because you were talking about recent things that had given you bad feelings from Rings of Power. And I was actually thinking, it's like I'm trying to think if I just go through all the things I like, what has actually given me joy recently? But I was just like, oh wait, actually, because I mean, Star Wars had Bad Batch uh, in the final season earlier this year, and then the fact like because the thing is that I think the Cape Crusader is the first DC thing that I felt very positively about in a while. I think the last thing I felt positive wise DC was the Snyder Cut.
Yeah. Um, that actually reminds me to watch a bunch of the DC animated films that have been coming out these last couple of years, especially Crisis of Infinite Earths. I really need to
Yeah,
get into
yeah,
that.
for the
I've heard
farewell
so
Kevin
many good
Conroy
things.
thing. Yeah.
I've really heard a lot of good things about that, so that's
Mm-hmm.
why I really need to. And of course, the farewell Kevin Conroy. But yeah,
Yeah, I know people have already like watched like I actually haven't watched the scene yet because I would like to wait until actually watching it like in context.
Mm.
So,
Well, apparently I didn't watch the original recording from what they was released
oh
online.
yeah, that apparently there was a two versions of it. One that wasn't actually Mark Hamill.
Yeah, and I'm just like, so, why would you do that? But at the same time, I'm also like, okay. But at the same time, I'm also like, yo, maybe just don't bother at all and just let people just go out and watch it if you want your monies, I guess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That was weird. I felt like that was weird on a lot of levels. But yeah, no, that reminds me. I need to watch the remaining like animated Damian Wayne stuff from the previous
Oh,
DC
from
animated.
the New 52 era.
Yeah, Jason Amara's Batman.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I really need to get down to that. I thought I was gonna get it. Yeah, well, sorry. That's for another conversation for another time.
Mm-hmm.
But I was able to at least watch the Batman versus Dracula film, which for people that are in the spooky season, it's pretty darn
It
spooky.
got the spooks.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. And as somebody who likes some Dracula stuff, having watched some Dracula stuff, I feel like that was a good crossover. Even though, like, this is an animated film from a while now,
Mm-hmm.
it's amazing how when we go back in time, we find like a lot of like jewels just lying
Oh
around
yeah,
there.
for just from way back in the day. That's either from before our time or we just missed it when it was around.
Yeah, and that reminds me, like, yeah, we gotta watch the Batman, by the way, you and me, at some point. That TV
Alrighty,
show.
I'm
We
I'm
gotta.
all for that.
Also,
Uh oh yeah.
no, I was just gonna say, yeah, the Cape Crusader is because like there was like also the news of what was gonna happen. Initially, I was concerned, but then I was like, you know what? I feel this is a Batman's Elseworld, so let's treat it like that. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I went in thinking like that because there were some changes made in this universe, in this particular universe, Batman. Some that I was okay with, others that I was eh, like mm, I
But
could have
ultimately,
done
the
better.
good you feel like outweighed the bad.
Yes, easily. And that was my biggest relief.
Yeah.
And there's no doubt also like even like the intro credits, the homage to the original animated series. And everybody does a great job. The animation is great, the voice acting is great. And even the whole thing of like, people were like, "Wait, why is Batman being like that with Alfred?" Funnily enough, you know what that reminded me of?
Right.
That particular arc, I don't want to spoil it too much for people that haven't watched it, but that particular arc reminded me of the exact same arc that Batman went through in Arkham Origins.
Oh
Because
yeah, yeah,
remember,
yeah.
I mean, it wasn't exactly identical, but the themes was practically the same. Where Batman is not, he's basically treating his whole crusade like he's an island. He's treating
Mm-hmm.
himself like an island. He's not letting anybody in. He thinks he's got to do this on his own. He's mad at the world, so he's like he's not as like refined, veteran focused as he is by the time of Arkham Asylum, and his constant clashes with Alfred in that game for me
Mm-hmm.
are one of the best things of that whole game, honestly. And we had that again as well in to a certain extent in the Batman film from 2022. So honestly, I kind of like find it funny when some people are like, "Oh my god!" When they watch the film, they was like, "Oh my god, this is a novelty," and then there's me who laughs in Arkham Origins, like, huh,
Yeah.
"Get in line."
Yeah.
That's you ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah.
But this is why I feel like I saw a meme passed to me by a friend the other day that the Arkham Origins remaster should happen because I feel like like it or not, man, it's a core part of the Arkhamverse, and I know it was not made by Rocksteady, but it was Warner Bros. Montreal, but it's got good stuff. Like I
It's
feel like
got
it needs more
got it.
exposure, and I think more people are coming to appreciate it today compared to back then.
Yeah.
Though personally, me, I never had like any the big issues
Hmm.
slash criticisms that other people had towards it when it released. I thought it was
Yeah.
like a reasonable game waiting for the Arkham Knight. So it was okay.
Yeah. I mean,
But
actually, I wouldn't even say that for this is the first time it's happened. I mean, in my opinion, if I had a nickel for every single time that a Rock City release made people appreciate Arkham Origins, I'd have two nickels because I remember this happening around when Arkham Knight was released too.
mm,
Which in this case, well, because here's the thing, because I remember people appreciating Arkham Origins after Arkham Knight release, but now we're also like now people are appreciating Arkham Knight after Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League release. I hate to imagine the idea that there's another game that gets released and we're like, you know what, Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League wasn't that bad.
no, I really hope we don't get to that point. I really, really, really hope. But Arkham Knight, it's not that more people appreciate after Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, but apparently Steam just by Steam though. Steam numbers for game players active on both games, you could tell apparently from the charts because I was following this YouTuber who was tracking the numbers that there was a spike in numbers unrecorded in a while of people playing Arkham Knight because they played Suicide Squad and they were like, you know what? Can we go back to the last DC thing by
This ain't
Rocksteady?
it.
Yeah,
This ain't it, Chief.
because this ain't it. Yeah, so I'm just saying. I'm just saying like that is definitely that definitely has happened for sure. So. But I do hope we don't get to that point in Suicide Squad because for me, I'm sorry, but I have too many issues with that game. Kudos, by the way, to the people who liked it. Don't get me wrong, but me, I was just like, just watching the playthrough. I was just like,
Yeah.
no.
We're not mad that you like it. We're mad that a majority of us don't, and we can explain why we don't.
Exactly. Yeah, you know what? Couldn't have put a pen in myself.
Yeah.
Exactly. But
It's
on to
just like
positive.
we wish we could join you on that island, but we can't.
Yeah, it ain't for us. It ain't for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely on the bright side is that we got Cape Crusader, and that was real fun to do to experience another solid Batman thing again because since the Batman it's been a while, and that reminds me to at some point check out that Penguin show because I've been hearing really good things about it. It's part
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
news.
I did think it was funny how there was apparently a thing where people were like, "Well, did you know that the Penguin has half the viewership of Star Wars Acolyte?" It's like, yeah. Do you also know that it had like a tenth of the budget as well?
Don't
So,
get me started with that because that reminds me of this video that a friend passed me about. Like, actually, the Echo was not $180 million. It was actually 230 million budget, and now it's
so-
apparently, and now apparently, that amount of money is being scrutinized in the sense of like, where did Miss, who got it from?
oh,
And I'm
where
like,
did it all
ooh,
go? Oh well.
ooh, yeah, dude, it's getting bad.
There. Oh well.
Yeah.
Oh well. Let's see how it plays out. We'll see how it plays out.
We'll see, but I'm just like, if I mean, if you needed more drama, there you go. But I think I already told you, like, even before the Acolyte release, there was a bunch of behind the scenes drama surrounding the
Yeah,
show.
it would be. There's been behind the scenes drama, like I think since Solo. There's always something going
Okay.
on. It's just.
Most likely.
Oh well. Anywho's. Let's to the good things. To the good
Yes.
things.
Sorry,
Uh,
I didn't mean to detract.
no. It's for valid points. Valid points. It's just
Yeah.
yeah. So the back to so is it like the because you got to remember um before the announcement of Kill the Justice League, like I feel like every 2 months we got another video of like, oh, here's the rumor of the next Batman Arkham game or the Superman game or something like that. I felt like we got like those rumors like all the time, and then it stopped whenever we knew Kill the Justice League, and now that Kill the Justice League is like on its way out, the rumors are back up again. Supposedly more credible than before, but
yeah, I mean, I brought it as a topic of conversation because
Hmm.
not because I'm saying the rumor is true,
Hmm.
but I mean I'd like it to be true, but I mean
Hmm.
we'll only get confirmation when like Rocksteady comes out with a statement and says,
Yeah.
yes, Warner Brothers has just greenlit us and we're developing a concept for a new Batman Arkham game because Warner Brothers have given us a second chance. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
But and
Or
then of course
I
the
like to,
teaser
sorry, just
trailer.
real quick. What I hope it is that someone at Rocksteady was like, "This isn't a good idea. You should just have us make another Batman Arkham game." It's like, nah, this is it. And now that they've seen it, it's like, so hey, some of you guys said we should have just made another Batman Arkham. Sure, we'll go with that.
Nah, not even that. Some people I've seen on online forums, they wanted a Arkham Superman game. They're like, why the hell not? Before getting into the Justice League. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, what I've heard online is that some people wanted this to be kind of like what the MCU was in its early stages. Build brick by brick, and then do like a big crossover event, a big world event, Brainiac,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want, a Justice League, Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
But get to that point because it's kind of like that. This is why because if there's one thing that Gotham Paladin video was really. By the way, you guys should check out Gotham Paladin because I've definitely subscribed to him and I'm following him, K-Nerd as well. But Gotham Paladin, I'll never forget that video he released about the Suicide Squad and the details about the behind the scenes drama because. One thing that really stuck to me is the fact that both Warner Brothers and Rocksteady were out of their depth. They were out of their
Significantly.
depth, especially with like the live service stream. What you call it? Even though Rocksteady has never done a live service game before, it's always been like a single player games. So it's kind of like, yeah, they were working with something that was way too ambitious.
Way
Way at that
beyond.
point in the company's history, way too ambitious.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that's one of many things that led to the disaster that we got. So I'm glad, if this rumor is true, it would be good because it means that somebody's done some soul searching and they're
So
like, sorry, and they no, but what I mean is
no,
like,
but
and they go,
you're legit. It's funny, but it's true.
yeah, but it's like, yeah, somebody probably, hopefully, has done a bit of like, wait, 1 second. I'm gonna let some of the other homies know what we're doing, unless you've already posted it,
Yeah.
in case
Oh
they
yeah, that's
want
right.
to.
In all this, yeah, yeah. If you want to post in the usual spots on the server.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, basically, where was I? Yeah. So basically, yeah, soul
So
searching to
yeah,
go
soul
back
searching
to
of Rocksteady. Yeah.
go back to basics. And you know what? I feel something similar must have happened in the behind the scenes for Cape Crusader because the last Tim thing was that Batman and Harley Quinn film that we don't like talking about,
Yeah.
and, and that one got received really badly. Same with like the Killing Joke. So I feel like Bruce Tim
Ooh.
had to do his
So what?
own soul searching
So what
to
you're
redeem
saying
himself.
is, the night is darkest just before the dawn, or why do we fall so we can learn to pick ourselves back up?
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like Bruce Timm had went on his own little redemption arc behind the scenes,
Hmm.
and he did what I felt like deep down he should have done for those previous projects, and it's
Hmm.
surround himself with other people that are
Hmm.
not afraid to give dissenting voices. Because honestly, I do believe that the original DCAU, Batman the Animated Series, Superman the Animated Series, Justice League the Animated Series, Justice League Unlimited, I feel those were so successful not because of Bruce Timm alone, but because of the people around him.
Hmm. Yeah,
Like
because you also had Paul Dini
yeah,
on that.
Romano as the voice director. There's Paul Dini as well, and a bunch of other people that I can't remember. I don't know if Ed Brubaker was part of some of those crews. But anyway, he was surrounded with a lot of DC veterans and
Hmm.
people that really know Batman and like they know what's going on and that they're not afraid to sort of like probably give their blunt opinions there
Hmm.
because I feel like that is and this
Yeah.
happens in life as well. Like you're probably even in like group projects or essays and stuff, you're probably gonna get that one person that might be a little bit too eccentric, and the enthusiasm is not bad, but it's important that since this is a team
Yeah.
effort
The
that you have different opinions going
As a
into the
team, it is your obligation to call out if stuff isn't good. Like that's a toxic positivity. Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
Hey, Ryoma. Hello,
Eh,
fellow.
hello,
Yeah,
writer's
welcome.
block.
Welcome. Thank you for joining. So, oh yeah,
Mm.
I forgot to mention. So I'm not sure if you noticed on the actual stream, uh, uh, Dorn. I am typing in numbers.
Oh, wait, I'm gonna check it right now.
Yeah, so you should see right here. So I'm plopping in the rooms that we are going to be doing the testing of here. So
Oh,
as I
awesome.
mentioned, the logic is functional for the Lego Batman Room Randomizer. So what we're gonna do is we're not gonna be too overly ambitious today, but we are going to be testing the first door of each level. We're not gonna go through
Okay.
full levels. I just need to know if a first one works. So like we're gonna start in a new level. We'll get through it a little bit, and then we'll get to a point um, where we'll go through a door, and it should take us somewhere else. You're out of the principal's office, but not for long. Oh yeah, that's right. You've been up to some shenanigans, or what I've heard in the Discord server.
In my defense, I did nothing wrong. This is all rigged against me, and it's all because of a certain Calthar.
A certain cow.
This whole thing is rigged against me, bro. I don't
Ah,
know how
dang.
this happened. but but yeah, no. I did get out of the principal's office, even though I still believe that I'm innocent in all of this, but hey. I guess I now know
Now
what
I'm
the
the
boss.
villain in your history.
Yes, like that's my villain origin story.
Your
Like that's
villain origin
Spider-Man me.
story.
My villain origin.
Oh, I need to post a short I saw recently. That was like a Netflix protagonist meets a Disney villain, and he's
Ooh.
like, "Don't you want to know why I did it?" And the guy goes, "No," and then he walks away, and he's like, "Your mother was sick, so I turned to my science. Oh yeah, by the way, I am your father." That's
Yeah. Oh, I want to see that.
Oh
That
yeah,
sounds.
of course, Yama. What's more fun than flexing your power on those who don't deserve it?
Yeah.
The top, who said you gotta be rich or powerful to flex it? Who said you can't flex what little power you have, as small as it is, to others' dismay?
Yeah, but then you have the blowback of the how it can fire back horribly, like what happened, like I said, with Bruce Tim in those things, because
Oh
he
yeah,
flexed a lot
it's
of
kind
creative
of
power
going back to
there.
what we were mentioning. Yeah.
He flexed a lot of power right there, and I'm just saying, man, a lot of Batman fans were not amused. They're like, "Yo, Bruce Tim, are you giving us Batman that we know, or are you just giving us your fanfic?" You know, and you know what? I also hate to say, but what I'm seeing in Rings of Power season 2, yeah, it's very much fanfic. I'm just like,
Ah.
listen, this is something that I can expect in the weird corners of the internet that I know about, unfortunately. But this is something I can expect there. But in an actual official TV show, bro, get out. Like you're fired. If I were in charge of that thing, you're fired. You're fired. You're fired. That's what I would say because oh my god. Anyway, that's why I'm saying like I really do feel this is obviously a headcanon speculation, but I really do feel that Bruce Timm definitely felt like he had to quote unquote maybe redeem himself for Batman fans. That's why I feel like he took so long with Cape Crusader, and he had all these people around him to help him out because, like you yourself said perfectly, like you owe it to the team to get a good product, and part of the teamwork is the fact that you should have some differing opinions dissent there because more often than not we're all human, we're flawed, so more often than not we're not we don't see sometimes the flaws in our plan, but we need others to show us those flaws.
That's why I
And
forget where I really should find a source because it's a really big thing. Because I know, of course, people had problems with the prequels, but one of the apparently the reasons is that everyone was so yes men for George Lucas, and it's not that he didn't want differing opinions. He apparently did try to get other people to work on it, but like they didn't think they could like touch his vision or something. I need to find a source because that's a pretty big thing. But I remember seeing that somewhere. Because it's where again, it's like with Star Wars. The original trilogy had a whole bunch of people that worked and collaborated. I mean, the fact that like his wife did like the actual editing cut that saved the first movie.
Oh, that reminds me. There's a whole documentary about that
Yeah.
somebody did. I don't remember this channel, but it's a channel that has been active for a while. But that, yeah, that's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's why I feel Kid Crusader came out the way it did, and because it was Bruce Timm, like I said, I had my misgivings, but what we saw was really much a very grounded black noir mystery Batman, which is very much reminiscent of probably a lot of the earlier Batman stories out there.
Mm-hmm.
It actually also gave me a bit of the Batman from '89 from Tim Burton, like that
Yeah.
gothic sort of like feel as well. And then of course, yeah, the homages to Batman the animated series were all over the place, and they were beautiful.
Yeah.
And honestly, I already have the intro theme song of each episode stuck in my head because
Mm-hmm.
that one was also pretty good. Like I don't remember who was the composer? Because I want to know the names so I can do proper shout outs to these people because
Mm-hmm.
like I said, everybody cooked well in that season. Like there's
Yeah.
no doubt about it. And thanks to the fact that it was done so well, this is why things got well done. Okay,
Yeah.
executive producers Bruce Timm, J.J. Abrams, Matt Reeves, Ed Brubaker, James Tucker, Daniel Pipsky, Rachel Rusrick, Sam Register. I don't know these rest of the people, but editor Mark Stone, producers Adam Ebo, Adan Ebo. I don't know these people. But who's the composer? Where
Yeah.
does it say the composer? Wait. Let me see. Music by Frederick Wiedmann. All right, a German composer. Wow.
Ooh, interesting.
Kudos to this person because, like I said, the music was very good, and like I said, the voice cast was great, and also the arcs within the show itself was really good. Like I don't know exactly, Ryama. Yes, yes. So that's what I'm saying. Like I really feel like Bruce Timm did some soul searching for this particular
Mm-hmm.
project to redeem himself in front of Batman fans because considering how he's done good stuff before, like he definitely I think part of him definitely did not want his legacy to be how he freaking tanked, ruined
Mm-hmm.
people's perception of him so badly. So yeah, that is why we got what we got. And yeah, the different arcs were great. I mean, I also liked it because it was very much it reminded me, you know what this show also reminded me of? It reminded me of the Gotham TV show. Because
Oh.
every episode was like a villain of the week sort of thing. Oh, at least in the first season. It reminded me of that. You watched it, right? The
No,
Gotham
I
TV show?
actually have. I watched the first episode when it aired. I didn't feel like I wasn't feeling it, so I stopped watching.
Ah, fair. Okay. Well, it is a slow start. I
Mm-hmm.
will grant you, but I watched it during the pandemic with family, and it was fun. It was definitely
Oh, nice.
fun, and basically, yeah, it felt like a villain of the week there. And then there was also the long running arc, which I thought was beautifully done regarding our district attorney Harvey Dent.
Ooh, okay.
And I feel like, at first I was like, huh, are they going that way? Again, I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't watched it here, but if anyone else comes in and says, oh, you said a spoiler for that. No, please. But what I was really surprised about was how much they made me care about Harvey Dent in the span of this whole season.
Hmm.
I'm not saying like you can always have a good Harvey Dent story. Like the animated series proved that it is possible because we spent a lot of time with Harvey while he was district attorney, like the one who really wanted the good to do good in Gotham, like genuinely. And this one did too, even though he was a little bit character wise he was a little bit different, but he genuinely did do it. So it still felt more of like a gut punch when you know a certain after court hearing happened.
Oh
a
dear.
certain acid bottle was like lying around. Yeah, so yeah, that was great. And then also another thing that impressed me is that they also drew upon villains that people are not as familiar with. Like, well, for
Yeah.
example, Firebug. I thought that was meant to be Firefly at first, but then I googled it and apparently it's not the same person. But I do hope we do see Firefly there because I do want a Garfield Lynch going crazy. But then again, I'm very biased when I say that because to this day I'm never gonna forget Firefly from the Arkhamverse because he really left an impact on
Oh
me, both
yeah. Yeah.
Origins and a
Definitely.
Night. yeah, like what was the guy's voice actor's name of by the way? I know it was like Crispin or something, but he was
Question
very
while you're thinking of that, Ryoma, did you ever see Beware the Batman? I know Dorn hasn't, but Ryoma, did you ever see Beware the Batman? Give me very similar vibes to Cape Crusader.
ooh. I
'Cause
didn't see that.
I don't remember if I know I talked about it, but I don't think I described it this way. Beware the Batman was very much the Clone Wars of Batman, and how it was like in a similar CG style. It was very very interesting because I think it's the only CG cartoon of Batman we've ever gotten, 3D CG at least.
Crispin Freeman. That was the guy's name. Bro, even his name sounds like a pyromaniac.
Crispin, yeah.
Yeah. Like, he has such, oh my God, I'm sorry. It's just like he has such memorable lines, like, like one of my favorite ones is from Arkham Origins when you're confronting him as Batman and he says, "Don't hate me, Batman. I just want to melt your face." God, so good, so good. But yeah, I do want to see Firefly. And then we had other villains that I was never aware of. Like for example, let me see.
Nocturna for one.
Yes, Nocturna. I did not know that person was a thing. And I told this to Ryoma as well. Like the first thing I thought when I saw her was, oh, so this is how Wednesday Adams would work in the
Oh yeah.
Batman universe. Roger that. And it's funny because my brain was immediately jumping to Jenna Ortega's Wednesday, which has become like so goddamn famous. Because she definitely gave me that same vibe. I was like, like literally, I saw her the first clip she was in. I was like, what the hell is Wednesday doing here? And then she did like let's call it the spooky ghost thing.
The
Let's call it
spooky
that.
spooky ghost thing.
Sorry if I sound like Sokka, but I am also rewatching Avatar: Last Airbender right now. So
Okay, sorry. I'm trying to figure out something's not working here. So nothing interesting is currently happening on screen, and that's why, because I'm trying to figure out why some of these things aren't changing.
yeah, don't worry. That's why you got me here.
Yeah. Okay,
You
so
and
wait,
Dorn.
did I do? Yeah, so sewers A, yeah, hero, chapter 2, sewers A, yeah, I did everything right. 947. Did I have?
That one was
Did I
great,
do a
but
dumb? Did I not run the right one here? Let me try real quick.
Catwoman and Harley Quinn were also pretty unique
Mm-hmm.
in the show. I thought compared to other iterations that we've seen of the characters. And then oh, Onomatopoeia. That was another one that
Oh
really
yeah.
I thought I didn't know
Rip
about.
Deadshot though.
Oh, yes. But did you just say yeah? But that was really
Yeah.
good.
Well,
And
actually, apparently he. Well, I mean, he literally shows up for like 5 seconds and then immediately dies. So I mean, not.
yeah, I was a little bit sad by that, not gonna lie, because Deadshot is kind of a bit of like the thing. Yes, Fiamma, there is there are more. That's why we have the post up because it is a valid question. Is
Oh
there a real
yeah, that's
reason
right.
why there's like a different Gordons?
Yeah, the reason we're talking about it is because with Arkham Shadow coming out, that's also a new Gordon VA too. So it's like tradition that Gordon never has the same voice actor in all the Arkham games, Rocksteady or otherwise.
Yeah, it's something, but yeah, like I said, and then also they did new things interesting, like with somebody like with Clayface, for example. I was really impressed how creepy they made Clayface as well in this show compared to the original one. So like I said, a lot of skepticism I had initially, but all
Oh
very well done in execution from what we've seen. So I gotta say, I breathed so many sighs of relief when I got to the end of that season. I was like, yes,
yeah,
back to Batman stuff. And I was even happier when I saw season 2 because obviously they did something right. If people were like, yeah, we want to see more of this universe, especially after that post-credit scene at the end of the first
yeah.
season. So even though I felt like that was a little bit predictable, but it was still nice in the sense of like, yeah, like there's more to come. Like there's more where that came from.
Okay.
So
I think I finished. I think I fixed my mistake. Hang on a sec. Let me. Did that do it? Please tell me that did it. If this does it, I'm gonna be really upset. I'm gonna be happy that it works, but upset that this was keeping it.
mhm.
Okay, that's a no. Never mind. Okay. Anyways. So yeah, that's all the stuff with Um.
Jonathan Banks, I like though.
Yeah.
In our
Oh. Because sorry. Just also thinking because yeah, the star. In terms of Batman stuff, the star that Batman has now.
yes, on the Hollywood star fame. My
Yeah, I didn't know
opinion,
they did
well,
that. Do they? Is Batman really the first time they've given a fictional character a star, or is he just
I
the
think
first
it's
superhero?
superhero. I think so. I'd have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure he's like the first superhero. Which makes sense because he's like an IP that has lasted already nearly 100 years now.
Yeah,
So yeah, because it was this isn't this year what the 80 something anniversary, 85th. We just
yeah,
passed it. We haven't
we're
even
getting
did it.
there.
So it's kind of like yeah, like not to throw shade at Superman by the way. He's also pretty great, and I feel like he's gonna get his spot soon
Hmm.
because both him and Batman are like there. Oh my God, I agree, Ryoma. Honestly, yeah, bro. It's just gonna
Oh,
hit.
oh
It's
no, oh that makes me
gonna hit.
sad now too.
November's gonna hit me really badly because it will be like 2 years to the day. Like
Ah,
yeah. But I'm sure he would approve because he
yeah.
is vengeance.
All
But
right.
yeah. But anyway, that's all I wanted to ramble about Cape Crusader. But yeah, that is one of the few pieces of TV on top of Bad Batch that I'm glad it turned out well because
Hmm.
yeah, my brain is still recovering from the things that were not great this year in TV and shows that I was really looking forward to. So that's why I'm saying like there's gonna be part of 2024 that I'm not gonna look on fondly or remember fondly because I'll be like, oh yeah, that was the time that they made me watch all that crap and I didn't like. So,
Dang.
but anyway, I am very much happy that that yeah we're
We
gonna
got
that
some good. Because I was
we got
mentioning before how today the Zelda new Zelda game is going to be coming out. It's just like okay, because like okay, Star Wars made me happy this year at least once. DC's made me happy at least once. Zelda's going to make me happy at least once. That's going to be nice. Okay, Tangled Garden Villain. Hang on, and then if I do that,
yep.
is this even working?
Anyway,
It
if you
is.
want,
Okay.
I can move on to the big topic of discussion that we had for
Yeah.
today.
Um. Actually, there is one more thing I did want to mention, sort of going back. Uh, because remember how you were talking about the idea of building up games to like a Justice League game,
Oh
like
yes.
building things up. What I really wish, uh, that they had done, because I feel like if you, a Superman game would be a really good game to start out with, because what I would like to see is like let's say they made like a Superman game and then in toying around with the idea of doing other like heroes or whatever, that Superman game has DLC for like Batman and Wonder Woman. So like it's just like okay, so we designed this city for like Superman, and then we're like okay, now we do some DLC with Batman as a character and all of his moves, and then we release a pack with Wonder Woman as a character and all of her moves, and so like so you could have like these DLC packs that like expand the world, expand the story, but also like give like the try out the different gameplay styles for like these different heroes, and um, then you could start working it into like okay, well now we can start now that we got like a super powered character like Superman. We got a character that's powered but like in a different way, like in terms of like because like Wonder Woman's got like power, but she's also got like all her tools, like her lasso, her shield, sword, and bracelets, and all that stuff. And then you've got Batman, who's a character that is like a full gadget person. And you have like those three main archetypes, and then you could like sort of build off of those to get other DC heroes.
Yeah, like the Flash, Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter. I
Yeah.
don't know why we didn't have a Martian Manhunter in the Suicide Squad game. That was insulting on so many layers. Or Hawk Girl for that matter. But yeah, there is definitely that. And you know what you reminded me of? Like this is actually why I feel like the back row DLC from Arkham Knight was a genius on the
How it
part
got
of
us a, new,
Rocksteady.
a little bit of extra character lore, but also like a full new playable character.
Yeah, and a whole little like world to play in the amusement park outside of the main content of Arkham Knight, even though the events of that DLC took place like so long ago. But yeah, I feel like that is very much something, a formula that I feel like hopefully Rocksteady will decide to implement at some point. So before you do try and do like that next big crossover thing, build it up, build it up.
Mm-hmm.
Like this universe has attracted so many people over the years. Like it stood the test of time for over the years. So explore the universe further. You can do it, but like yeah, step by step. And I feel like, and trust me, you're not definitely not the first person, and you won't be the last to ask for a new Superman game. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people have been asking for why can't we have a Superman in that set in that universe? Because we know he exists. They literally say it in Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
One of the thugs say, it'd be crazier if if that freak of Metropolis shows up. So yeah, he's a thing. Metropolis is
Yeah.
a thing.
And I
Lex
know
Luthor is a thing.
a
You know,
Superman game, it's gonna have its challenges to develop. I'll give you that. But if Warner Bros. Was willing to spend all that money to try and get Kill the Justice League to work, surely they'd be fine with giving like half of that to like one of the most popular characters they currently own the rights to. Just to give developers a little bit of time to mess around with the character, see if they can figure out a gameplay loop that works. Also, I'm sorry, it's
oh
New
my
Zelda out
God.
of money. I apologize, Rio. I'm not in much better of a state myself, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Honestly, with this economy, I feel bad for all of
I
us.
the Zelda game is specifically my chosen birthday gift to myself, and that is the only reason I am getting it. I waited over a month, almost a whole month, to treat myself for that.
Oh my God. Sorry, it was $200 million
Two hundred.
what it cost them for the Suicide Squad game. $200
Dang,
million
it's
dollars.
because there's these things are so expensive, especially when you keep going back over. I mean, also, Dorn, have you heard about Concord?
What's that about?
Uh, so would you consider? I guess why would you consider Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League probably to be the biggest failure of a live service game this year?
I mean, I'm not very much familiar with other live service games,
Okay,
so I
fair,
don't have to
fair.
say.
So
But it was a failure on other levels for me.
yeah, Concord is like extremely bad. It's so bad that it got released, and then after 2 weeks, it was a live service like hero shooter game, kind of like Overwatch. But after 2 weeks, they're like, "Yeah, we're shutting this down. We're not even gonna like." At least with Kill the Justice League, they're still going forward with some stuff, but with Concord, they're just like, "Yeah, no, we can't even break triple digits with our player base. Like, we're shutting this
Oh,
down." It is literally and they gave refunds. They gave refunds, Dorn. That
I
costs money.
yes.
They
No,
they they seriously said it's better for our brand and with our money if we give people their money back and stop the servers as opposed to like sending it free to play and trying to do it anyways. Like that is next level bad.
that is. And you know what? I lied. I did actually hear about that because some people were talking about it nearby where I live. Like the
Oh,
fact, and
really?
I saw it pop it up on one of my news feeds. And yeah, that fact did surprise me a lot. The fact that they literally shut it down within 2 weeks and giving refunds back because I was like, damn, that bad, huh?
and it's nice that it failed so spectacularly, so you can at least laugh at that. But I hate the idea that there are several poor souls that spent 8 years of their life developing that game only for it to be taken away
Yeah.
like that. It's hurt because some people gave their heart and soul. They thought it was going to be their big break, and it was just ah. Ariama's gonna get a bounce. All right, alrighty then. Thank you. Too bad you
Yama,
couldn't. Oh, actually, I was about to say, too bad you couldn't actually see the cool stuff. But it appears that the cool stuff is having some problems. Doesn't appear to want to do the things I'm wanting it to do. Hang on, let me check one more time. Am I? These are the right lines. Okay, I'm just double checking everything. So okay, rooftops. Chapter. Yeah, so chapter 2 or hero chapter 2 rooftops underscore a rooftops underscore a should be how it goes. Yes, chapter 2, yeah, rooftops underscore a, because I tested this out earlier, only the ones I tested earlier appear to be working, and none of the other. Okay, just for my own sanity, is this the correct? Okay, rooftops works. Okay. Okay, what about sewers? Sorry, let me just check this one thing, and then you can get to the main topic thing. Sewers. Okay, so this is line 47. Yeah, 47. So why are these new ones not running? Oh! I did a dumb. All right, Dorn, take a look at the screen. Take a look at the screen and laugh at me.
Where am I looking?
It'll catch up eventually. Let me know when you see the giant thing of green text on your screen. Like, where there's a bunch of green text that appears when I stop scrolling.
Oh yeah, I see it. See it.
You
Yeah.
see it?
What about it?
Okay. None of this runs because it's commented out.
What does wait? What?
Basically, it's not running because I intentionally told it not to run, and I forgot that I told it intentionally not to run.
Oh no.
This
Oh,
is
shit.
this is
Is
it
there?
just it's a whole thing. Wait, I should have cut, not copied this. That's why it wasn't working. Okay, let me just take care of that. Anyways, Dorn, now that I know what it is, I don't have to dedicate my brain power to this. The actual thing is talking about the rumors.
Yes, that is something that came up recently, and it's like you said. We've been getting a lot of rumor mills ever since the Suicide Squad game.
Yeah.
But recently, there's been these rumors. For those who don't know, that Rocksteady has been given a second chance by Warner Brothers to make a new Batman Arkham game.
Mm-hmm.
And well, it's still rumors, so it's not confirmed. Even though, like I said, as we were talking, I personally feel like they should be just going straight to the Superman game and not do another Batman one. But if they do another Batman game, I feel this is what it should be called: Arkham Legacy. And I feel, even though yes, this has been done before in Gotham Knights, I feel it should be a continuation from Arkham Knight dealing with the Bat family,
Mm.
dealing with Gotham in the wake of Bruce's death,
So
quote
you
unquote.
you want to actually go down those narrative routes first before anything else.
I do, especially because one of the main reasons I want that also is because I feel like we did not get enough of a satisfying end to Jason Todd in Arkham Knight, even though I feel like that's a whole other that's a whole other problem with that game story. But like there was no big payoff for him like becoming Red Hood, so I feel like him reconnecting with the Bat family is something important to look at, even though he's still gonna be his ruthless vigilante self as Red Hood, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I feel all of that and dealing with Gotham in the wake of what Batman's Bruce's sacrifice would be great. Even though we do have the DLCs from Arkham Knight, that is true, but those were very small snippets. And also, by the way, I would also include Catwoman in this because I'd like to know more about what she's been up to.
Mm-hmm.
after Arkham Knight. I know that there's an Easter in Suicide Squad that says so, but I'm not paying attention to those because that whole game is not canon as far as I'm concerned. It's an Elseworlds. So I definitely want to get more into that, and I want to get more. You know what? I just had a great idea.
Yeah.
I want a whole mission of Nightwing in Bloodhaven.
Oh, so like actually fleshing out other
There you
areas,
go.
like
There
have
you
like
go.
that. So like it has that as a DLC, sort of like the oh, what was it? Um, I forget. Um, what? It's escaping the.
Well, there was not. We were
Oh,
briefly.
sorry, the Harley Quinn thing. So like, because the Harley Quinn DLC that technically took place in the police station in Bloodhaven.
Yes, and then also we were technically in Bloodhaven briefly in the Nightwing DLC where he was investigating Penguin's operations before, and it's there he discovered Penguin's plan to try and get out of the GCPD lockout, right?
Yeah.
So wait, is it lockdown or lockout? How do they say it?
Lockdown.
Like,
Yeah.
lockdown, yeah. They wanted to get out of the. He wanted to get out of the GCPD lockdown. So yeah, for example, that, and then also, develop more the relationship. Even though people didn't like it, develop more the relationship between Tim Drake and Oracle.
Oh yeah.
Tim Drake and Barbara. Third Robin, aka Third Robin, and Oracle. I feel like we need that, especially because they go on a honeymoon, they get married, and all that. I want to see more of that because that was a criticism that some people had of Arkham Knight, like saying like they didn't find the relationship believable. So give us more to kind of be like, okay, I see where this is going. It works, doesn't work, but it's there, it's properly fleshed out. So there's that as well that I would definitely add. I want to see more of Catwoman, what she's up to. I want to, what I also want to see, even though he's not Bat Family, or maybe he could become in some future.
Mm-hmm.
I want Rocksteady to freaking give us that Saint to Mod DLC for this game.
Oh
I
yeah.
want Azrael back, bro. I really, really want Azrael back. I feel we were so robbed of
See what he
a Saint to
does.
Mod
See what he
DLC. Yeah.
does post night.
Also focus on what he did post night. I really feel like there's so much there. You know what? I would even but yeah. Even though I didn't like how we ended his stuff in Arkham Knight, I would even throw in Hush. Who is Hush
Mm.
without Bruce Wayne, Batman? Wouldn't that be interesting to explore as well? Because I'm not as interested to see like what are the villains without Batman because, well, I mean Penguin, maybe Penguin a little bit, but the other ones they're probably like, oh, okay, great. Maybe some of them even don't go back into as much crime as possible. And then you know
Mm.
what else? I'd be interested to see if they're gonna give us Ivy coming back here because it was always implied that Ivy was gonna return. By the way, because
Mm-hmm.
of that little Easter egg of the flower in Arkham Knight. So even though it's even a riddle, I wouldn't say it's an Easter egg. Well, riddle, Easter egg, whatever. But yeah, that's exactly why I would call this game Arkham Legacy because it's kind of like the legacy that Batman leaves behind him. Heck, you know what? I would even put in Harley, Arkham Harley, by the way, not Margot Robbie Harley, which is what we had in the Suicide Squad. I'm sorry, man, but that's what it is to me as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, that is definitely some of the stuff I would add for sure.
Okay, yeah. The because the other thing that I'm thinking of as well, in terms of going places with the story. Here's one thing, because here's a big critique that I have with uh just Batman in general, and this is just because of the fact that he's a comic book superhero character, and in some ways, comic book superhero characters have to be stagnant. And I think the only place I've ever seen this be done is in the Nolan movies. Is
Mm.
that I want to actually see Gotham get healed to some extent,
Mm.
because generally the Batman mythos progression always goes to normal crime with all the bosses, with like the Falcones and the Maronis and all that, and then costume freaks, and then we never quite come back from that. So like, I would love to see if like it just basically that Batman's crusade after all these years has actually meant something.
Yeah.
Which is personally why I also like it. I know that there's definitely some problems with having Batman in the Justice League, but like I've always been a fan of the idea that essentially like Batman being a character where he spends, a good portion of his life fighting crime in Gotham, and then once that's finished, once things are finally out of like in a place where Gotham can take care of itself, that's when he starts going on the bigger fish to fry stuff.
Yeah, that would be interesting too.
Yeah.
Um,
It would also make us feel better, like knowing, again, us as the player, after all these years, after every single time we fought in Gotham, like that something is actually like we actually some things are actually sticking. Because again, one
yeah.
of the biggest things about the Arkham series that was neat is the fact that change sticks in that
Yeah, and
series.
and I mean we also wait, by the way, Bat Family, I almost forgot Mayor James Gordon.
Oh
I
yes,
want to know
yeah.
a little bit of what he does, like as mayor. Like that would be interesting. That's what I'm saying. I feel like that is what ideally the next Arkham game should be. Instead of like being another what happened before Arkham Asylum, Arkham Legacy. Right after Arkham Knight, what is the impact that Batman left on friends and foes alike? And I agree with you. I'd like to see a bit more of an expansion there of like that kind of aspect of like did everything we do mean something. Oh, something else I'd like to add in there. Sorry, I'm getting all these ideas right now. I Rocksteady should literally hire me for their pitches, but I'd like to get it.
Rocksteady, hire this man. You ever
Yeah.
wait? I was gonna say, Dorn. Have you ever heard of that meme of Nintendo hire this man?
No, but
It
that's fine.
it was basically it was a little bit of a meme that happened where like people would take some Nintendo property, they would take a bunch of the models, they'd put them in the Unreal Engine, they post a
Mhm.
video that get a couple million views, and the comments would be filled with someone saying Nintendo hire this man.
No, that's funny.
It's like because initially people were saying it unironically, but then people realized how easy it is actually to just take a bunch of models, toss them into a game engine, and put a nice shader on it, as opposed to like actually making a game that runs well. So now it's said more so as a ironic thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, but I say it in a more optimistic and lifting up and friend sort of way for you in this case.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. But because all these ideas I'm throwing out, by the way, are kind of like unresolved threads narratively that were left dangling after the events of Arkham Knight. And I feel another one of them was most likely because I feel we don't need much about Batman villains in general because I feel a lot of them got a nice sort of send off goodbyes in this after Batman era, like
Mm-hmm.
Riddler, getting what he got from Catwoman, Two Face getting recaptured by Robin, Penguin getting recaptured by Nightwing. We don't need to focus too much on that. But the other characters that I threw there, I feel like would be good. But another one would be Man Bat and She Bat. And remember why? And you know why I'm putting Man Bat there too. Well, She Bat because it's that Easter egg, and Man Bat because when you trigger that famous Halloween thing, what happened? Uh
you
oh, that Wayne Cage was not actually as good as containing as we thought it was. Even Batman was like, I was afraid this would happen, and I'm just like, Bruce, if you're afraid this would happen, shouldn't you have invested in like better glass or something?
yeah.
But like that is like a big thing. Or what would be cool? That's actually coming to my next point in this game. Um, if you want to bring back Batman or Nightmare Batman at this point, let it be at the very, very end of the game. Very, very end.
Yeah.
Maybe even taking down Man Bat and She Bat and being like, no, there can only be one Bat thing in Gotham, and that's me. I don't know, something like that. Also, you know what else I'm gonna say? Bring back, for the love of God, Paul Dini, if you can.
Yeah,
Oh
that would
my
also
God.
be good. Well, not even just speaking of, you know what's really sad to think about, Dorn?
What?
For a lot of the people at Rocksteady are still the same. Because I mean, you're tossing out all these ideas in this. Can you imagine how many ideas the actual Rocksteady devs have been sitting on? That they're like, we wish we could do this, but we're stuck making Kill the Justice League.
Yeah. Most likely, yeah. I can imagine how much creativity was stifled, and I think Gotham Paladin did say that. A lot of people had really these fascinating ideas, but none of it got there. It was none of feedback, bad leadership. Jesus, it was a whole thing. But anyway, but yeah, that is unfortunate. And another thing I'll say about this game is follow the Arkham Shadow formula. That's my next point. In other words, respect the legacy of what came before, as the Arkham games, as I mentioned, including Origins, have stood the test of time for a reason.
Hmm.
While, in my opinion, Suicide Squad will not have that big of an impact further down the line, I
Hmm.
don't believe. Like, it will have an impact, but for it to last a decade, I'm not so sure. While the
Hmm.
Arkham games that are over a decade long, they still have quite the significance today. So yeah. So yeah, that's kind of like the pitch I wanted to share here with you and like with
Hmm.
our stream friends here. That I
So,
feel like this is what they should do if they're doing
so
another
you're
Arkham
of the
game.
opinion we should go forward, but not too far forward, because I know a lot of things that have been tossed out for years is something like a Damian Wayne Batman game or Batman Beyond. So you think we should go forward, but not too far forward yet?
Yeah, I don't think we should do a Batman Beyond game yet. I think before that, we should do like more the other superheroes, a Justice League, and then Batman Beyond. Not saying we shouldn't do it. I feel we should do it, but not right now.
Yeah.
Also, I also love playing as the Batman Beyond
Okay.
Arkham
Yeah.
Knight skin. That is just amazing.
All right.
But yeah,
Here's a smaller scale thing I'd like to see. Uh, and I like this idea I'm about to propose. The reason I like this idea because also I'm going to actually try and get. I think it's all working, so I think I'm going to actually try and get the game up running. But
woohoo.
because this idea could work in a bunch of different potential Batman projects. I want to see Green Arrow as a playable character. I
Ooh,
think that would be a nice way to like do about expanding the world and do stuff with playable characters. But like and Green Arrow is also good because I feel like he could fit in no matter where they decide to go with Arkham games. Like he works if you want to do something in between, and he works if you want to do something after. In fact, maybe in keeping with your idea, it's like Green Arrow is one of the playable characters in this Arkham Legacy because he's just like, hey, I heard Batman's dead. You guys want some help?
yes,
Because
and
I think he fits in very well to the Arkham style. I was actually speculating way back in the day that Green Arrow was actually going to be playable in Arkham Knight, just again as another hero that would show up and say like, "Hey, Batman, I hear the Arkham Knight's causing you some problems. You want some help?"
guess what Batman told them? It's under control.
It's under control.
it's like my guy. Who are you trying to convince? Oliver or yourself? Yeah, no, that would be great. And we know that Oliver Queen again is in this universe because Queen Consolidated is a thing.
Hmm.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
or was it Queen Enterprises? What's the name of the company?
I just
Queen
know there's a
Consolidated?
board. There's a billboard with Queen on it somewhere.
Yeah, so basically, that's from Oliver Queen. That's from his
Yeah.
company, right? His family company. So we know he's a thing.
Hmm.
And you know what? This might be a selfish request from me, Rocksteady, but if you're gonna have somebody voice Stephen Amell, it's all right. It's got to be Stephen Amell
If you're gonna
to
have
voice
someone
him.
voice Steven, dang, you already had your choice locked in.
I know. I'm sorry. If you're gonna have someone, what I meant to say, if you're gonna have someone voice Green Arrow,
uh,
it's gotta be Stephen Amell.
well, see, my thing is, of course, is that like because again, like his version, I really did like it in Arrow, but at the same time, I kind of do want, I kind of do want a new version of the character. Uh, I was gonna say my personal choice to bring someone back for is that Alan Tudyk from Injustice. I really liked his work. Uh,
Ooh.
and again,
Okay.
because Stephen Amell, I mean, not saying that he can't do a more comedic comic Green Arrow, but I really liked how Alan Tudyk's performance of Green Arrow in the Injustice games.
Nice.
So
Ooh.
either that, but also the other thing I like uh, petitioning for a new person because again, there's so many people, talented voice people, and as much as I love giving it to the legacy people, I also like finding some new people. Like again, this is sad again, but it's like again, we lost Kevin Conroy. We're gonna eventually lose these people. We need to keep on filling in the next generations of
Mm,
characters. So
yeah, for
that's
sure.
what I would like. Hang on, I'm gonna quickly screen share it to you on Discord so you can actually see it in real time here.
Yeah. But I would bring back the voice actors from the kids, you know, because they're still around. Barbara Nightwing,
What?
Tim
Oh
Drake.
yeah, definitely, yeah. At least if we're sticking within the continuity, of course.
Yeah, I felt like those ones were, um, I felt like those ones were really good,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Yeah,
for their
I was gonna
characters. I'd
say
like to
it's
see more
also
of
a
them.
shame about Gotham Knights because I liked all of the VAs they had for the Bat family in that game.
I need to check out the summarized version of the game at some point. I've been meaning to. It's been on the back burner for so long. But you know why it's been on the back burner? It's been on the back burner because I was like, nah, I'm sure the Rocksteady thing is more cooler anyway.
Oh yeah, oh damn.
Boy, am I
Can you see
regretting that.
Discord
Now,
on the screen share?
yes, I can
Good.
see. There you go.
Alrighty then. Feast your eyes.
Yes. Let's do the thing.
Sorry, I'm just remembering. That was Loki, the quote from Brave, you know, the same thing where Ryoma quoted before, like, if you could change your feet, would you? Alright, let's go back to where it all started. You can bank on Batman.
Oh man, I need to watch that film too. There's a lot of.
Oh, Brave?
Yes.
I mean,
haven't-
if you want to for the sake of the Pixar completionist or curiosity, you can. I don't think it's... On the one hand, I say I don't think it's, like, on to be your need-to-watch list, but then again, I'm also thinking, like, well, it's definitely something I'd watch before a lot of the more recent stuff we've gotten.
Oh god. There you go. We're back to the whole thing of, like...
Yeah.
Jewels in the past.
Yeah, just... Well, even so, just the things of how we said, like, that weren't that good back in the day, we're looking back, like, especially, like... Do you remember? Everyone kept on clowning on Iron Man 2, but, like, there's really nothing wrong with Iron Man 2.
I never understood people's problem with Iron Man 2. I loved it.
Well, see, the issues with Iron Man... The only crime, looking back, really, that Iron Man 2 is that it's just, like, a competently made movie. But,
Okay.
like, considering a lot of the movies that we get these days don't feel very competent, because, like, it has a solid premise. It shows us the origin of, like, War Machine. It has an introduction for Black Widow. It had, you know, the stuff that,
Whiplash.
you know...
Lash, sorry.
What?
There was Lash, right?
Oh, yeah, Whiplash. I don't know too much, but then, like, and then you had, like, the mystery of, like, him, you know, doing all the stuff with the element, which maybe isn't the strongest thing, but it was at least something.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
I actually liked it mostly because I feel like Tony was very...
Yes!
Magic!
It worked.
You did it!
Alright, we went to the highway and now we're in the museum. Alrighty then. So I actually knew that... I know that all of the starting levels for the Chapter 1 already work, so we're not actually gonna go through those. But yeah, so the randomizer... It works. Alrighty then. So let's go back to the hub. Alright then. Continuing. Where were we at?
You know what? I have a guilty pleasure when I'm in Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
It's called starting fights.
Oh, of course, yeah. I think I mentioned before, ever since Lego, what was it? I think actually Lego Lord of the Rings was the first Lego game... Oh wait, no, wrong place. Lego Lord of the Rings was the first Lego game to not have a hub world like the Cantina or the Batcave. And as such, that's where we started losing the areas where you could have fights with the NPCs.
Damn. Did Alfred just die?
I think so.
Guys, that's not funny.
It's just did Alfred just die? It was really unclear.
Oh my god, yes. Are we trying another one now?
Yes, okay, so yeah, so I know all the Chapter 1 ones work, because I tested them out earlier. Okay, so let's try all the chapters. No, okay, not that one. The vehicle levels are thankfully excluded from this one.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's that. Okay, Under the Sea. This is the slums one. Okay, alright. Let's try out this one.
By the way, I do plan to get that Injustice Villains thing, so we could New stuff for
Wait,
Battle.
what? The Injustice Villains thing?
Oh, sorry, the DC Villains game, the Lego one.
Oh, Lego DC Super Villains? Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah. Well, actually, I was gonna say we could play. Even so, I think it's still a good thing to have because especially because the DLC for that game is pretty good too. Sad thing is though, is Lego DC Super Villains is missing like 2 characters. Otherwise, it would be like the perfect DC game. Killer Moth is one of them.
No way.
He is unfortunately missing. And there's one other DC character. But like, pretty much the core characters from pretty much any DC thing are there. Like, in my opinion, the one character that wasn't in the base game roster and should have been was Supergirl. She wasn't for some reason. But they saved her for a CW specific path. So at least, like, what they included her in made sense.
You just killed Robin!
I did. Wait, this is bonus. Wait, this is bonus, I think. No, never mind. Okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah, we're supposed to go on here. Yes, we're supposed to go to that area. Like I said, I'm much less familiar with these games that I'm forgetting which ways are the ways that are supposed to be gone.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's such nostalgia.
Yeah. So yeah, Iron Man, like I hate living in an age where we retroactively have to, say things are, or we retroactively say things are good because of things that being so bad. But
yeah,
being able to appreciate things we didn't appreciate before, I think, is very nice.
It's certainly nice. I agree.
Yeah. Especially like able to be, especially like I definitely do appreciate Arkham Knight a whole lot more and can enjoy all of the good stuff in it as a result.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then up here. Okay, that's how Wait, hang on. Let me do something smart. Turn on invincibility. Yeah,
You know something that I do appreciate about this game, and I'm remembering, the aim of the bad guys is pretty good, pretty deadly.
Yeah.
And it's not like in the films, man. It's not like Stormtroopers, man. These guys are kind of shoot to kill, and they have deadly aim.
Yeah, well, see, they can afford to do that when you got a game that you can instantly respawn in.
Yeah, that's true.
I think the craziest fun fact about the Lego games is how originally this quick respawn feature was going to be a power-up. But apparently in early testing, everyone just thought it was more fun to always have it. And so that's how the games have been ever since.
Yeah.
I do wish there was a harder mode where, you didn't have this respawn, but like I understand why they went with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, where are we going now?
Ooh, that's the freeze mission.
Okay, yeah. So we're in the evil ice cream factory. All right, another one successful.
Nice.
All right, so it's a little annoying though because we keep going back to the villain ones because I need to go to the Bat Cave to do all these. But oh well. Yeah, so.
God, I really enjoyed starting fights here. I'm sorry. I remember all the times I would spend like minutes just going like, yeah, let's fight. Because let's be honest, it probably happens in canon all the time.
That's what it's like in prison.
Yeah. But you know something else I wanted to mention? Last thing I wanted to mention about the pitch of Arkham Legacy is the fact that, remember, like, even like the conversations still are going on about the enduring legacy of the Arkham games, right? That's why I feel like Arkham Legacy would be a nice start-off point for Rocksteady because of the whole how special it was.
Yeah. And it's well because like it's now that it's been a while, it's being made known that the Arkham games have withstand the test of time.
Yeah.
The Arkham games are talked about in the same vein of stuff like Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, GTA. What's some other ones that are Nintendo or GTA? Sorry, I didn't think of just one other one. Halo. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, so stuff like that.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be punching these guys. They're not important to the plot.
That's funny. And not important to the plot. Yeah. Move on.
I think actually I'll just go through here and... Okay, so this one is still the same. I believe it's...
Man, I forgot sometimes how annoying they can be when they want to go melee, huh?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Can I...
Yeah, like for example, me, as you know, every now and then I talk about my regrets of the Arkhamverse, and even today I still think about it, you know? I think about stuff like, oh, I wish Hugo Strange had a bigger role in Arkham City, or, oh, I wish freaking Scarecrow and Hush partnership happened.
Oh yeah, with the actual story.
That's actually what Paul Dini would have done if he had still been on the writers' team with Rocksteady.
Oh, yeah.
Oops.
I should have known. I feel like I knew it was gonna happen, yet I still went anyways. Okay, but yeah, there we go. Now we're in the ice cream factory. That's another one. Okay, thankfully this one ends in the Bat Cave, so we have it back here. All right, that's another successful one.
Great. Awesome jump, man. But yeah, I just give those examples just to say, like, you know, me and probably various others, you know, they're still talking about the pros and cons of the story, the gaming, and I feel like the company that are doing Arkham Shadow, they've picked up on it. They've paid attention to that, and I feel that is why they're trying to give us another Arkham experience that will hopefully stand the test of time. So I feel all of this should be more than incentive for Rocksteady to get it right this time.
Yeah.
And last thing I want to say is that I think they deserve a second chance, but not a third.
Okay, yeah. Definitely.
But I feel like with all of these factors going on, like what happened to Suicide Squad, with the hopeful success of Arkham Shadow, that should be more than enough fuel for Rocksteady to get it right this time. Oh, and also my pitches. I'm gonna try and submit my pitches to that.
You try and do they have a website? Do they have like a Google form where you can just send ideas? I don't know. I wonder how good/bad that would be if your favorite game series just had like an open PO box to just send ideas.
If there is, I'm probably gonna send something. I'm just letting you know right now.
So wait,
it's a good thing I wrote down all my ideas because I'm definitely gonna probably send them. If they allow it, of course.
Shoot her out of the sky, you freaks.
I'm telling you, man.
You guys are freaks. You're fighting alongside a penguin with a gun. What kind of human does that?
Well, he's only half penguin, half man, so. Supposedly.
What do we do? Get over there. Wait, we gotta do. Oh wait, battering. Here we go.
Oh man, I remember the battering. Oh, in this game again.
See, I was just like, oh, we use a heat character to melt the ice. I'm like, wait, we don't have heat characters in this game. Oh, dive suit. Okay, never mind. I'm just being dumb. Can Mr. Freeze dive? No, he cannot. Okay. I think that's Lego Batman 2. He can dive.
That's interesting.
Dive suit. Nightwing. Okay. Do we like touch this? We clearly dive. What do we do?
Oh, I also have one other petition from Rocksteady.
What other petition?
Rocksteady. Don't try anything don't try any weird pairings between Nightwing and Catwoman, please.
Oh, ish. I mean, I wasn't thinking of that, but there's no guarantee that they weren't, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Like, that's fair, but I just know that is a thing, and there was a bit of a thing kind of in the animated series, even though I feel like that was not it wasn't that crazy, but you know, just in case, I'm just like, you know. Look, I know Selena is a tease, but considering all the stuff that comment she made about Robin one time in Arkham Knight, but I'm just saying, like, you know, if there's one thing, and this is something that I feel Rings of Power is failing at horribly, but if there's one thing I feel like as a freaking as a creator of the arts that's very dishonest is don't do something that you know for a fact is not going to be received well by your main audience, and it's only going to be received by the quote unquote weirdos, you know? Ooh,
Hey, here we go, another one from the
yeah,
ice house into the fun house.
nice.
All right, oh, it's another Arkham one though. All right, back through the system again.
No, because I also know there's a comic series of like when Nightwing and Catwoman were really doing stuff, and I'm just like, we don't need that, thanks. Personally, I don't need that. But anyway, yeah, there you go. That's basically my pitch for Rocksteady for Arkham Legacy.
All right, we'll see. My hope is that they've had ideas that they've been sitting on all this time, but they've just been dying to get out.
Yeah, it's been suffocated, honestly. So I really hope they do get those ideas out.
Yeah, so we did this Batman star, the new Arkham. I think that's about covers. There was
there's the Penguin show, but I gotta actually sit down and watch that.
Oh yeah, we gotta get around to that. Yeah, and then there's I've mentioned
Beware the Batman.
Yeah, Beware the Batman. And almost I'm partially thinking us doing that first, just because it's only a single season and we'll finish it quick.
Okay, yeah.
Because we only got it, so we would do that, and then we could probably do the Batman. And again, because that's gonna be interesting, because neither of us have done anything, know much about that.
I've just heard things about Beware the Batman, and the only thing I know is that one McDonald's figure.
The McDonald's figure.
I got it actually. Yeah.
Wait, what are you referring to? I have no clue what you're talking about.
The McDonald's Happy Meal toy of Beware the Batman. I have it.
What was it? What was the toy?
Well, it was just Batman with like a big grapnel gun.
Ah, okay.
That's and I bring it up because I'm just saying like that's the only thing I know of the show. Like that's how Batman looks.
Okay, yeah. And they made one Lego set out of it back in the day.
Oh, nice.
Well, so like it was the Riddler's race car chase. It had people wear the Batman Batmobile, Batman figure, but it had a unique Riddler design. I don't know where it came from, and then it had the Flash. That was the first time we got Flash.
Ooh.
Oh, Nightwing got punched in.
You know what? Since we're talking about Lego, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point Lego dedicates some sets to some parts of the Arkham franchise.
It would be. I've always thought it was weird that they didn't do more.
Because I feel there's a lot of like cool things of the Arkham franchise that they could put into Lego sets. I mean, I'm also unashamedly admitting that I would buy it. If that happens.
I know, because I remember I wanted them for the longest time to make a Wonder Tower set, because for the longest time we didn't have Ra's al Ghul as a character.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Yeah, but they eventually did make him, and it was a pretty solid set. The one they eventually did make, because it also had Talia and Damien in it, so it ended up being a pretty good family set, if you will.
I just look. No shade on Damien, but I think I already told you that why the concept of him I just don't like, right?
Ah, I,
For like
I will.
Batman in particular.
In remind me of the specifics.
Well, I know. Well, first of all, it's pretty messed up how Damien was conceived, right?
Yeah, yeah, that is true.
There's that. Second of all, I feel like the big deal about Batman is the fact that you know he never really thought about starting a family, but the Bat family is his family. But he started everything just thinking about the mission, just thinking about the crusade, and he thought he was going to do this forever and never know happiness. But it just so happened that he surrounded himself with people that kind of became his adopted family. So yeah, but at the same time, I will concede that Damien, much like Red Hood, has been making the rounds in DC a lot. So at the same time, I can understand why
Yeah.
he'd be included. But for me personally, I never liked the idea of like Batman biological son in the same universe as, like, say, this Batman. Maybe another Batman universe, I get it. But for example, for this Batman in Arkham Batman, nah. And also, I never also got the vibe that this Talia, even though she really did care about Bruce, would do something like that to Batman.
Yeah.
You know, the cuff tied down, cuff.
In, yeah.
Noses,
Well,
cuff.
in a somewhat similar vein in terms of having a healthy environment about doing a family, something that has been, of course, a topic of scrutiny for a while has been the fact of like, oh, Batman helps these kids get over their trauma by having them punch people in the face. Doesn't seem like the most healthy thing to do. So there was one thing that occurred to me a while back. What would you think if there was an introduction of Robin where Robin existed without Batman's help? And what I mean by that is like the idea that Batman maybe adopts Dick Grayson, but he's already started doing stuff on his own. So basically, when Batman decides to take him up as a sidekick, it's not where he goes, oh yeah, I want him to do this to take out his anger. It's more from the standpoint of, oh, he was going to do this anyways. And since he's already been doing this, and he seems to be doing at least some good job at it, I'm going to at least, I'll be the guiding hand instead.
That is very fascinating concept, actually. You know what's just as fascinating? Mm-hmm. Multiple Nightwings. Let's investigate the multiple Nightwings in the Arkham Hill. Can you imagine more than one sassy Nightwing running around in the Arkhamverse? Damn, what a menace.
Oh wait, can I just do... Oh wait, sorry, if only I had the speedrun tech, because I mentioned I'm doing this for a YouTuber. He knows speedrunning stuff, and he would definitely know how to just do a couple clips and instantly beat this, but I don't got that knowledge, man. I can't do that. I'm not built like that.
We're having fun here. All this thing.
Nope. No. Come on, blow up. Go away. Or wait, no, I have to do...
Yeah, you have to do the...
Okay, this is the Lego game logic. I gotta get back into the swing of things.
But yeah, I do think Curtis is actually a really good idea though, huh? A Dick Grayson that's already decided to start fighting.
They had elements of that in the again, it's interesting to say positive things, but in the Batman Forever movie, that's sort of how they did that.
Honestly, well, that one was he still lost kind of his family first though.
Yeah, well, yeah, right? He lost his more so is that like he was like that Robin was kind of already raring to go in some regards. Like,
yes.
like he was at, like, because in that movie, like you know, Two-Face, I believe, did it, and like he was out for blood.
Yes, but he was already doing that, and then Val Kilmer's Batman was like, "You're gonna get yourself killed. I don't think you should do that." But then she's also like, "Wait, but you understand what it's like to lose something, and you understand that Gotham needs help. So why are you not getting me the same courtesy and letting me help? Why must you? Why should you do it and I can't?"
Yeah, and especially I like in that one line in Young Justice where Wonder Woman has said like, "So you took Robin under your wing so that he would become just like you," and so he goes, and then he goes, "No, so that he wouldn't." Okay.
So he become better than him, actually.
Okay. Looks like I'll have to double check the chemical works. It seems, because I don't think that did that. Yes. So one did not work. This one did not work. What the?
By the way,
did you hear that?
I think that was Batgirl.
I think Batgirl just spawned in and immediately died.
Yes. It definitely sounded like she died. She did.
Okay, let me double check. I did actually put the code in for that, right? Double check all the starts. Chemical works. Okay, so that one needs to be fixed up. Okay, good to know. Alrighty then. Let's get back to the game then. Alright, so we got 4 more levels to test and then we'll call it for the night.
Sounds good. But anyway, yes, you know what? You should definitely send your petition ideas to Rocksteady as well.
I was about to say I'm perfectly fine with getting whatever they cook up. And again, my general hope is that someone else there has already had these thoughts.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That's what it is. Even as much as I want to have things, I'm also just like, I'm really looking forward again. I like seeing the fruits of other people's labor.
Yeah.
I don't always like being the guy in control of things. That's partially why I like book 4 so much, is that I'm not in charge of it. I definitely try to get a few things started before joining here. Just leading things is hard.
Well, you do still, to be fair, you do still do a lot of important background work.
I do, but it's background work. It's not the frontground work. I like the background. I very much.
You're like Batman. You're like hiding in the shadows. Yeah.
Hiding in the shadows, delivering justice from afar. Wait, did that guy? I think that guy gave me a boost with that punch.
I think on Halloween I might actually be watching the Batman film, huh?
Oh yeah, the
happens on Halloween.
Yeah. Something. I want to see if I can get around to for this Halloween is watching The Long Halloween.
Ooh, that one's good. Not as good as the comic book in my opinion, but it's still entertaining. I will say. I think I like it. Nah, man, I got a lot of Batman stuff to catch up on. There's Son of Batman, there's Batman vs. Robin, there's Batman Blood Ties, and then there's a bunch of others, some of which Kevin Conroy was doing Batman voice work.
Okay, hang on a second. I'm pretty sure this is bonus. I don't think this is something forward.
So I'm definitely...
But, oh.
I definitely gotta work.
I forgot the Nightwing, the tech suit versions of the birds can just create another version of themselves.
Imagine seeing this in the Arkhamverse.
Yeah.
Nightwing just creating another Nightwing. You're like, what? His villains must be shocked in Bloodhaven. But yeah, you know something else? What you set up at DLCs and other superheroes would be so cool to see. Like Wonder Woman.
Oh,
imagine Wonder Woman DLCs on Themyscira. Or imagine Central City Flash. Or imagine maybe how Green Lantern a little bit in space. Or imagine well we already said Superman and Metropolis, but yeah, like
Yeah. And if they need something to look at, if you need, because I definitely feel like that if you wanted to do a live action single player game, the gold standard of what you should be looking at, I'm gonna say it again, it's Genshin Impact. It's got a regular plot content that comes out roughly every month. It adds in like a new playable character every month. It has an ever-expanding world. See, that was interesting. I see if that. I feel like if you did a live-action DC game, you would have to do it where it's like it's in a singular map. I feel like because what you could do is definitely the thing is. What do you think about how some versions have Gotham and Metropolis as like being neighboring cities, like across a sea of water?
I mean, I find it funny because that would mean that, Batman doesn't have an excuse to refuse Superman's help. He's like, bro, we're practically neighbors.
Oh, okay, that is true. That is true.
If you can't contain the crap that's going on in your city, it's probably gonna bleed into mine too at some point. And you know what? That's exactly what happened in that one Batman animated series episode. Remember when Batman just left what was going missing in action?
Oh yeah.
And then what was her name? Roxy Rocket?
Yeah, Roxy
was
Rocket.
on Metropolis, and Superman was, and she's doing that because apparently, what was it that? Yeah, she was just like running around Gotham, and she got bored of Gotham, and then she went to Metropolis, and so yeah, Superman was upset by that because he's like, what the hell is going on, Bruce? Like, why are your guys coming to my city? And then he discovered, oh, actually, Batman's been missing in action. I find that episode so hilarious, by the way, because of how Superman then had to pretend being Batman.
Oh yeah.
In that meeting with Gordon, and he had Tim Drake giving him some pointers.
Yeah.
Like when he didn't even know who Bade was on that photo, he was like squinting, and Tim whispers to him, Bade. And then he says, "Ah, yes, Bade," because he's able to scarily imitate Bruce.
Yeah. Explosion. This should be an explosion. There we go.
But I do like that because then there's kind of like that more interconnectedness. It's part of the same universe, same playground, right?
I think it would be nice because especially like I'm just thinking of like okay, so like you have like for like the first portion of the game, you get like a portion of Metropolis, and then you get like another update, and you get like another section of Metropolis, and then. And then it's like, you get to like year 2 and like everyone's like all hyped because this is the year they add Gotham City to like the big open world. And then, you get a portion of Gotham City and you get like one of the series of islands. And then finally there's an event where it's like, oh, this is the update where they add Arkham Asylum to the map.
Ooh, yeah. No, that sounds fun. I'd like that, honestly.
And it is just fun, especially the idea of revisiting, I was talking about this in a separate continuity, but if this was the Arkham series, the idea of like, oh, now we can go back to the original Arkham Asylum island with, these new characters, which actually, technically, I think they've already done that for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I do believe somewhere on the docket is an Arkham Asylum map, but we would like that in a good game.
Yeah, we really would.
Mm-hmm. That would be a bit more cool. Okay, so none of the Joker... You know what? I just realized. Let me check something real quick. Dorn, how much do you want to bet that in the text files I said Chapter 2 instead of Chapter 3? Okay. No, I did actually put Chapter 3.
You did? Oh.
Okay, so that is not what was wrong with it.
You know, it'd be actually really cool as a little Easter egg from Arkham City. If in Keystone and Metropolis you find the groundwork or plans to build Arkham City facilities there. Because remember, Hugo Smith was planning to do that in Phase 2 Protocol 10.
Ah, okay. So like, oh no, like an abandoned warehouse where they've got like some stuff in it,
Yeah, or
maybe.
some like Tiger Guard remnants or something, like just flying about. To show that, everything is connected in this universe, like the world building is there and stuff. Yeah, man, like, I really feel it'll be really good. But yeah, if they want to do another Justice League thing, I definitely feel it is very important that they connect everything together. Like, slowly but surely, build the blocks, the foundation. Explore the rogue galleries of each of the heroes, their worlds, and then their relationship to Batman, or if they even had any relationship to Batman. Step by step. God, I would just... If Rocksteady let me, I would show them a whole MCU phase step-by-step approach. I'd do a whole storybook for them. I'd be like, guys, this is how we gotta do it. Step 1 this, step 2 this,
So, okay, that's right. This level has a whole bunch of parkour stuff.
Like I said, it really is because I really want Rocksteady to go back to making good Batman games, Arkhamverse games again, because they are so near and dear to my heart. It's the first kind of games that I was ever a completionist, aside from the Lego games. I want them to succeed. I really, really want them to succeed. So that's why I'm saying, like, I do believe that the second chance, if true, should be given. So they better not screw it up this time. And I think they know. I think they know that there's a lot that went wrong, and they gotta do better this time.
And they might be in absolute agony of what they were forced to make. So
yeah.
Alright, can we just... Is this made out of metal? That is not made out of metal. Okay, it's supposed to be something like that. Where's the metal? Oh, there's... Wait. This isn't metal, is it? No, it's not. Where's the metal, Dorn? I can't find the metal.
Which metal are we looking for?
I'm assuming there's a metal suit here that I was supposed to get, unless... Oh wait, am I supposed to... Wait, there's something supposed to be done with these.
I think something's supposed to be done with these.
Oh yeah, we spray down... statue. No, wait, hang on, it's this one. Yeah, no. Okay, maybe it was the tracksuit thing.
Wait, there's a metal there. Are you supposed to demolition it? There's a metal statue thing there.
Oh wait,
Or,
wait. Is this? Oh yeah, there is. Okay. There we go. Okay, that's...
Robin again, though.
There's the metal. There's the metal. Okay.
Yay.
Because I really do not want to pick things up via tracksuit. Oh. Do not want to be next to that way it exploded.
You know what's crazy? It's only after I watched Batman 89 that I realized that last sequence of the film heavily inspired this mission.
Oh yeah, we're going up the
Cathedral, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, Harley shows up, and now we spray her. Okay.
Yeah. By the way, I feel like seeing Harley deal with no more Batman either would be interesting in Arkham Legacy. I think that's one villain that I would like to see more of, because the other ones we kind of did see after Batman era, but I'd like to see Harley. Not to say that I want her to get like a quote-unquote redemption on screen and stuff, because she's done horrible things. But, like maybe try and get close there to what?
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, now I gotta get it a second time. Yeah, I forgot she did. She just chucked that thing down and blew this up. And then I think she goes back in.
And then I think
doing
how to
some
build
property
one.
damage that allows us to advance.
No, I think you gotta build another gun. Look.
Oh wait, no, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we gotta build a big one. Or, yeah, I think it remains.
Yeah.
Building in my Lego game. Yeah, there we go. And then she knocks the thing down. It's not gonna do it.
But yeah, because I feel bad. I still kind of feel bad for that Harley, even though she's like the darkest Harley we've seen on screen. So I would like to see what happens to her after. Because in a weird way, even though she wanted Batman dead, Batman was kind of the last thing, the last link to Joker, if you think about it.
Oh yeah, it would be a case. Okay, so none of the Chapter 3 ones work. That's weird. Alright, okay then. So, I think that's gonna do almost all these. However, there's one final thing, which I noticed.
What?
So, I haven't done all of the mid areas. I've done the starting areas, but not the mid areas. That being said, I do know that, where is it? This level. I do know that this level has at least, one continuation. So right, as of so far, we've gone only one level deep in all these levels so far, Dorn. But I'm pretty sure that this one can go 2. So we'll at least see if this one is proper. So blow this up, especially since this was a real quick one because
You killed Nightwing.
Oh, there's
yeah,
plenty more Robins where that came from.
Oh god.
There's a whole
I feel
orphanage
like-
full of Robins.
Oh my god.
You saw them in
no.
Cape Crusader.
Yes, I actually thought that was very clever of them. You know, there's Jason Todd, there was Dicky, Jake Grayson. There was even the one that looked like the one from Dark Knight Returns.
Oh, yeah,
I forgot
Carrie.
their name. Carrie.
Yeah,
I do wonder.
because then there was also Stephanie Brown there. Was the one.
Yeah.
So they didn't have Tim. But,
I'm sure Tim will show up. But it's probably gonna be in like season 4 or 5, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Before we get any Robin. Because I'm pretty sure the people here want to see more of this Batman growing and evolving, as he's been growing and evolving in this first season. Yep. Wait, Batman and Penguin working together? Why?
Because they all really want the ice cream. Mr. Freeze is keeping all the ice cream to himself, and Batman's like, that's not justice. Wait, that's it.
Oh, would you look? The Nightwing clones have returned.
We can do anything. Alrighty then.
You know, I feel in a certain way, playing these Lego games made me really good at solving problems.
Really? How so?
I feel like a lot of like logic problems, especially in school, I think this game will help me in some way.
There we go. Okay, I was having trouble pushing.
Especially thinking outside the box.
Pushing out
And I
the
just
box.
didn't know it.
Now you know when you see a checkered board, you know what to do.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I'm surprised I actually made that. I thought for sure I was gonna die for comedic effect, but no, I just simply made it.
Yeah.
That time where you go for a cool trick with the intention of dying and laughing, but you actually make the trick.
Yeah.
Alright, and then this will take us. Ah, no, it didn't work.
Oh.
Okay, well,
Damn it.
good to know. Good to know, at least. Alrighty then.
So how many is that have actually worked?
All of the, so that means all of the chapter 1 and so all of the Penguin and Riddler starting levels work.
Okay.
That's what we know for sure. I have to double check to see all the Joker ones because I don't know why those didn't work. But we're making progress.
All right, that's good. That's
Probably, more than likely, well, first of all, it is getting late, so I think I'll probably call it here. Probably next time, Dorn, when because it served its purpose. I've gotten the jump start I need to actually get started on this thing, so now I can actually continue on with this. Probably during the next time I invite you along, I don't think it'll actually be for this.
All right, sounds good.
Mostly because the usual stream times that I go for will be busy for the next couple of weeks, and I hope to have this done by that point.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm glad to have you along, so you can at least see the birthing of what will actually be in the future.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Now you've actually seen the room randomizer actually do its thing.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And I'm honored that you brought me along as usual.
Yeah. Pops up, but Curtis Realizer isn't here. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for coming back, Ryoma. Oh wait, hang on. Since you are back, I gotta quickly show since you didn't see it before. Yes, I did get it working. The reason nothing was working before is because I specifically told it not to work, and I forgot.
Classic Aang. When the world needed him most, he vanished.
Yeah. Yeah. So just so you can
hit
see,
it again,
Ryoma,
guys.
This does indeed work. I can go. Naturally, you know what? Alfred.
Oh yes. I forget what things Alfred could do in this game.
Not very much. Alfred is probably the best in Lego Batman 3 because he actually has abilities in that game.
Does he carry a shotgun in that game too?
He does not. He does not carry a shotgun. What'd you say? Oh, didn't say. But I'm here. Okay, yeah. So look, as you can see, I'm in the zoo. There's a giraffe right there. But now if I walk through this door, it's the ice cream factory. Wow, look at that.
Ta-da!
Hey. This is how we roll in here. But yeah. So I've gotten some success. It's all working. It's all working very, very well, I think. So, well, sorry, it's not all working. Sorry, but I found stuff that didn't work, but that's good because that means I can fix it.
But there's a good solid base, you know.
Two-thirds of what I tried out today worked. I think that's a success rate that I can live with.
Okay.
Just remembering with the penguin, we also got the penguins of Madagascar in the second one, where they crash the plane and Kowalski's like, haha, or no, he's thanks Ryoma. Thanks for saying nice job. I love validation from my friends. But it's the thing where he's just like, the plane crashes and they're like, only 2 passengers unaccounted for, Skipper. And he goes, that's a number I can live with.
Exactly.
2 is an acceptable margin of loss. Good to know.
Nah, but good job, man. Because I'm not that familiar with all the things with these codes that you're working with, but it's all impressive how you put it all together. I
don't recommend you get into it. stick to your writing. It's a much more friendly space. Only go here if you really want something specific. Come here if you want to make your dream Batman Arkham game yourself, by all means. But otherwise, just stick in the writer's room. You'll have more fun there, I swear.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
If Rocksteady hires me, though, I'd love to be in that writer's room and being like, okay, this is how Two-Face actually sounds like, people. Not like this. Or, no, this is Arkham Harley, okay? This is not Margot Robbie Harley. Come on, guys. Or, yeah, why wouldn't we give a Saint Dumas DLC for the people? They want that, and the setup was there after the Azrael side mission of Arkham Knight, so why wouldn't we give that to the people, huh? How dare you hit Batgirl?
No.
You hit a woman.
I didn't think the auto tracking would go that far.
You hit a woman. How dare you? But no, actually, it's okay because Batman is an. Remember what he said. He's an equal opportunity crime fighter.
Yeah. Oh wait, hang on a sec. No, sorry. Wait, hang on. I gotta
don't hit Batgirl.
Everyone else 3 times to counterbalance.
How
there we go. That's right. Except Alfred. We're not punching Alfred.
No, do not punch Alfred. Alfred's the GOAT, man. In every Batman universe, so you should never be punched.
I wish that we could play as him in here, but oh well. Alrighty, yeah. So I think that's where we will call it for the night.
Sounds good. Great stuff, and yeah, thank you for having me, and definitely be down to join you for the next thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Next venture.
Yeah, I'm definitely. We're gonna be working back in the backlog of getting some more recurring people. I still have, and also I still have some people I want to do for the first time, but
nice.
We'll get to that when we'll get to that. Again, like I said, the biggest thing that's helped me with these is that by scheduling these streams with you guys, it gives me more of an incentive to actually get things done that needs to be done. So, okay. Oh no, can't let that play. That'll give me a copyright strike.
No.
Alrighty then. Thank you as always, Dorn. Thank you for those that stopped by. Very different kind of experiment. Later time. I don't think I will do this time again, because it was extenuating circumstances that had it done for today. But
for sure.
Anyways,
thank you for joining us for Yoma.
Yeah. Take care, friends.
Take care. Bye-bye.